What's up, YouTube? Finally back. I know it's been a while. I haven't made a video in super long, and I'll tell you why. So my Supercharger actually was getting rebuilt. It got rebuilt by John Bond Performance, and pretty expensive, but you know, at least it's rebuilt. It's basically brand new inside. Outside, you know, I don't really care. But so yeah, it was making really weird noises, so I had it rebuilt. Took a few weeks, and then I was also in Indonesia for a couple weeks, so that's why I've been gone for so long. So I took this all off, I sent it out, got it rebuilt, and then I got it back, and then I put it on the day that I got it. So put it on about 2 hours by myself, and so stoked I got it on. Car feels really good, sounds really good, and I also, the reason I'm making this video is for a sound tube. So what is a sound tube? It's basically a tube that, so there's a company that makes they're called like the Forester Whine mods. They actually, you drill into your mass airflow sensor on the bottom, and the hose comes out, and then it goes into your firewall, and basically your supercharger, all the noise comes from right here, from your intake, because when the throttle body opens right here, you can, all the noise comes out of right here, because you could hear all the stuff coming from the supercharger. So when you put a hose in here, you're getting all the noise from that's going on inside here, and you're moving the hose into the cabin of the car, so you can hear everything inside the cabin. So it makes your supercharger a lot louder inside the cabin. And then the thing about the Forester Whine mod guys, the guys who make that, they sell that thing for like way over $100. I forget the prices. I'll try to screenshot and put a picture up for you. But theirs is like $150 or something, and I made this for literally like $10. So it's really ghetto, and a lot of my videos get hated on so bad, but I don't know, like, I don't really care, but my car runs fine and everything. So I'll show you how I did this. It's really DIY. It's not professional at all, but yeah, I'll just show you. So here's mine. Mine is actually, I just put a bunch of silicone on it like right before this, because there was some duct tape that I wanted to cover up, so I literally just smeared it on with my fingers like that. But basically I drilled a hole inside my intake. I did it on the bottom. You could do it wherever you want, but I did it on the bottom. I didn't do it in the mass airflow just because, I don't know, I was kind of sketched to do it. That's how, like, if you watch Just a Six, he actually made one, or he got that super expensive one from that company. And then he shows you how to drill it in here and then drill in your firewall. But on a 2-valve, you don't have to drill in your firewall. So you drill inside the intake right here. And then you need about 5 feet of line. I would buy 6 feet at the store. And then I just routed the line through here. You could see it. It's right there. It's this big one right there. Then it comes up under here. All the way through there. And then there it is right here. And then on 2 valves, the firewall opens up right here. Firewall opens up right there. And you can just route the tube through there. And then I'll show you it under the dash. And then I'll show you how I made it. Alright, so under the dash, I have a lot of stuff under here. This is what it looks like. Super ghetto. I just have a piece of vinyl right here. And this is where the sound comes out of. The sound comes out of right there. I have it all taped up so it doesn't leak. And the air's going through. I would use electrical tape, but I don't have any. So I use duct tape. And then, alright, so here's everything I used to make it. I'll try to get a good angle for you. So basically, this is a 3/4 size tube, 3/4, 19.1 millimeters. I just eyeballed it, you know. I said, oh, like that looks big enough, so I'll get that. So I did. And then basically you want to, let's say this is our intake, okay, on the car. This is like the bottom, this is the top. So basically you want to drill on the bottom or the top, whatever's easiest. This just looks better because you can't see it. Drill on the bottom, make the hole for it, but make sure you make the hole smaller than the hose. Make the hole smaller than the hose, because the hose you can crush and get it in there, and you want it really tight. So you're gonna want to drill inside that, you know, drill that. So say that's done, and then after that's drilled out, you're gonna want to make sure you have enough length for the hose. So if you saw before, actually I'll just show you right now. The hose is right there. It's right there, and it goes up into the intake. Sorry, there's brand new silicone on it. That's why it looks so gross. Because I just added some more just to make sure it's not leaking. So it actually routes from here, from there, into there, and down to the pedals. You guys are wondering where in the firewall. It's literally just right next to these lines right here. There's like a rubber grommet where the harness goes through, and you can just push that in, and then you could put a bunch of stuff through there. I have stuff for my MSD 2-step going through there. I got lights stuff going through there, and I got the sound tube and the boost thing right there for my boost gauge. And then this side is the very end that's near the pedals. It's hanging down from the firewall next to your pedals. So what you want to do, or not, I don't know if you want to do it, but what I did is, this is black taillight tint vinyl. It's really thick. It's not like, this is really cheap stuff, but I got it off eBay. It's a couple bucks. Just look up taillight tint and buy the cheapest one you can. And if I could get this off. One sec. Alright, so this is the sticky side, and this side has a protective vinyl on top. You don't have to take it off, but just for actual vinyl usage. So what I did is I literally just put it like this, because you don't want something blocking it. Because if you have something blocking it, then you know you're not gonna hear the sound. You need something that'll vibrate and let sound travel through it. Covered it all up like that. You can still hear stuff through it. And then I got some duct tape. I would use like electrical tape, because you could pull it and it forms better to stuff. But I literally just got some duct tape. I kind of like put it around like this. Just get it all nice and tight so there's no leaks. But I'd do it a lot better than that, but you know. You got that. That's basically it. Once this is in the intake, this side's in the intake, say like this is our whole engine, okay? This is in the intake, and then this is hanging down where your pedals are. Boom, you're done. Just make sure you silicone this a bunch. Silicone this part a bunch so there's no air leaking through. Make sure it's nice and tight. Put a ton of silicone on it. Get black RTV silicone, gasket maker. Yeah, and then you're basically set. Alright, so Supercharger sound tube is done. It is drilled inside the plastic part of the intake. You could also do your mass airflow if you want. And it goes from the intake to the back of the engine, in the firewall, down to the pedals. It's so easy, so easy. You only need, you don't even have to use this vinyl, but this stuff's just strong, and the cheap stuff is really thick and strong, so I buy the cheap stuff. Duct tape it, silicone this side and side, boom, you're all done. Just make sure you have about, I'd buy 6 feet of this at your local hardware store. It's like $10. So, yeah.
we go. Oh my god.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. The reason I made this is because I posted a video on my Instagram saying I made a sound tube. Everyone was like, what's a sound tube? Like, what is that? You know, your supercharger sounds sick, like make a video on it. So, making a video. And I want people to DIY it and not buy that $100.50 one, $150 one. That's just ridiculous. This cost me like $10 to make if you already have most of the stuff at your house. So, yeah, sounds so sick and it's so worth it. It's so worth it.